Hi, welcome in. My name is Michael with Viral Phone-Based Pursuit, and in this video, I will be sharing with you my number one affiliate marketing business opportunity with a hybrid of network marketing slash MLM. Before I get started, I know how that might sound. You're thinking to yourself, I don't know, what? And I get it. I've been in your shoes, whether you're looking for a new opportunity, you're jumping from one to the next, not fully focused, might be thinking that's not the right opportunity, or perhaps you are just getting started, or it could be that you're just looking for another project to get your hands in for multiple streams. And so, in a second, as you see on the screen, I will be sharing with you how all of this is, the setup of it, and more. But before I get started, just know that I've been in this space for a long time now, and I've seen things come and go, things too good to be true, other things that just flat out don't work, will plateau. They're here for a short term, not a long term. And even if they are here for a long term, it gets congested, or even if it's congested, it's still not the best fit consciously and subconsciously. And so I've been in this for a while. I've also built a digital marketing agency and lead generation business that I still have subcontracted out and doing things there. When I come back, I look at things and do things. And then I have one in the health affiliate marketing space. I've helped out people with digestive and systemic enzymes. And for their lower back pain and issues that I had turned an interest into a passion. And so I've helped out a lot of people in the health space, other verticals of affiliate marketing, showing people different tools, services, business owners that other verticals and ventures. And one of my primary focuses right now that I spend a lot of my energy and time on focused is helping businesses get funding. And that's the opportunity in this. So I'm going to scroll up here. It says updated for 2023. It could be 2024 or 2025, and it will be kept up most to date, looking at things. And I'm a very math and system oriented person. I'm very quiet more than anything. I'm an introvert. I'm very analytical, cerebral. And a lot of what I'm going to mention here might go over your head. I'm going to try to keep it very short and concise. And I'm going to have another video that walks you through this. So I'll link it to down below in the description so you can see the whole version. And you can also pick this up as well. How to clone my business loan broker slash agent business services agency and make it yours. So this is like an affiliate agency I'm going to be getting into in a second to share with you how it looks like and how you can get started for free. And here it says step by step, click play to see setup instructions. I found a big need in this market where I've been helping out a lot of my personal clients get funding, over $1 million per month clients getting funded. And I mean 1 million in terms of revenue that they're generating that I've helped, over 50 million a year, uh, under 100,000 a year. It just varies. I get a lot of different clients of different revenue, credit, cash flow, liquidity, equity. And you don't have to become an expert like I am. I'm an expert in this. I've been in it for a while now, focused and working with direct and indirect lenders, understanding the whole lingo, reading bank statements, tax returns. I do that all. And I love analytical stuff, data, and that's why I'm a lot of the times in this because I can do a lot of the middle and back end work. I still have to do parts of the front end work. And I like doing the reviews. I like doing cash flow, profitability analysis. I like doing the number stuff. And that's why I look at a lot of bank statements, tax returns, and I can tell what could a company go through and potentially get with ranges, and then also understand possibilities of an approval and seeing what an underwriter would say. I was going to become just a full-time underwriter, but because of the opportunity cost, I understood the freedom, and I wouldn't have that really. And if I was a underwriter full-time, junior, senior, whichever. But here, I'm going to have everything again down below that will explain it even more thoroughly. We only have a limited time on this video. I don't want to go too long. But step one, if you haven't already done so, sign up as a DAC partner. And even before that, make sure you watch this video. It's about 42 minutes long. Perhaps by the time you watch it, I have updated things and I've updated new pages. So you'll see this as you scroll down here. New pages have been updated. Sometimes I've changed things around so the layout may look different. But what you're going to want to do is go through that video. It'll break down everything you need to know, and you can get this and clone my business funding services agency. And it's not just business funding. It can be anything in terms of health share. There's healthcare, health share stuff. There's a pharmacy RX kind of stuff to it. It's pretty cool. And so down here, you're going to see start the DAC partner program so you can become an approved partner. And with an income disclaimer, I'm not saying you will earn even a dollar. I'm just saying that if you put the time in, like anything, if you show up, if you're consistent, if you regularly look at this as you treat it as a business, just know that, and the possibilities are then more maximized. So I'm going to click this as if you were doing it yourself. And yes, there are other opportunities that I've been a part of and that I've joined. And I'll try to leave more information down below, like stuff with ClickBank, Amazon, perhaps the influencer program. You can mix these in as well, but focus on one at a time, grow that one instead of having too many hands in all of them and not going anywhere. It's not as much focused percentage on 80 to 20 and how much you're getting out. And so here you'll be able to scroll down and it says become an affiliate agency. And you'll see a video here from the founder, David Rutz. And then you'll see more on the right side here in an in-depth summary with video with the compensation plan. And I'll get into a little bit of that in this video. And so there's more information here. Why have a DAC affiliate agency? Refer innovative flat fee pharmacy membership, refer innovative business funding platform, refer innovative health care services, refer other essential services, work from where and where you want, excuse me, when, free to join, immediate income available, proven and effective free training with an income disclaimer on immediate income. Not saying you will earn $1, six figures. It's again based upon your efforts. And that's great because when it comes to some of the funding services, there's like an instant micro funding right here. And if one of your people, in other words, your clients were to go through and you get a dedicated website to yourself, which is great. So you'll have a link attached to it. You'll have like the basis of David Allen Capital, and then it'll say like gig funding. And then after that, you'll have your unique number that you're associated with that. You'll have a link to use that. So people, when they go through your link, you're the one who gets credit for it. But instant funding for self-employed and gig workers up to 10 minutes, up to 10K in 10 minutes, excuse me. And that varies as well because if the client doesn't get everything submitted or doesn't go through it as quickly as they needed to, of course, that can push past 10 minutes. But it's very streamlined and fast, online processed, very cool in and out, instant same day approval funding, excuse me. And then there's the macro funding side of things. So there are different partnerships. There's a brokerage, super broker. There's a whole different setup to this where depending on what the client pushes and what parts of the application process, but even before the application, when they're doing all the pre-qualification and they're entering like, okay, what level range of credit, what do you have a personal or business account open, or they're gonna, based upon those answers, they're gonna be directed to a specific page on that funding. And the difference with doing it this way as opposed to the way that I do a lot of it, which I work directly with a lot of lenders as well, but I'll also submit clients through here because of the market, and it's great. I'll still get a lot of people who go through here. I just do things different now because as an expert who's been doing it for a while, you can eventually get to that level and I'll train you on getting there. But there's a lot of things to learn within this. And I have a lot of different products with credit, cash flow, collateral. So if they don't have it here at DAC, I have other partnerships, whether you go submit through them directly or a brokerage, or it would be through me first until you get more deal flow and network based. You're not so new, you get more submissions. I help out a lot of people in this space, and I'm very reasonable in what you get in your part. And so that's what would happen. You would go in there, go through the details on the partner page that was shown before, get signed up for free as an approved partner, and you'll be given your own dedicated link that you can also refer people into this program, which is going to be the great thing. So stick with me on the duplication. And it's not a traditional network marketing company. There are other ones, and I'll share with you one a little bit later called Live Good. Uh, it's good, but I like this side a lot because of the subconscious and conscious feeling of what I'm doing to change business owners' lives. It's a passion project for me. I have my other businesses, and it's not I'm doing this for the money. Like I get it's a business, but I'm doing it to help a lot of people and relieve their stress and increase their status and go from somebody who's stressed and going through a lot of problems personally already and helping them with their health and relationships. Because as an entrepreneur, personal development matters immensely to me. And that is something that I see in people, and then that affecting them in their business, and then them growing their business in many more ways outside of funding. And I help out people with cash flow analysis, profitability analysis, and helping them improve their business in many ways. And again, I review a lot of documents. You don't have to go through that. That's why with this partnership, you won't be required to look at documents. You don't have to look at documents. It's actually, they prefer you don't do that. And you might have it on your side, but the person applying would have to apply themselves, excuse me, and they could upload the document safely and securely. It's already all in the back end and everything being under review. So you didn't have to deal with that. They went through the application, you're getting notified, and you keep it very simple. And there's a time and a place for a lot of this as well. And as you're growing, you might come back to it as I do, which is great to use. So when you join as an approved partner, I will be reaching out via text and or email to welcome you and send you my huge how to promote Google document. And I have things that I've built over years of how to market correctly, how to communicate correctly. I'm not a wordsmith. As an introvert, I can still get it mixed up. I'm not great over a call. You don't have to be on phone calls if you're thinking that as much as you think or at all. I try to do this in a way where I don't want to ever be on a phone call. That's the type of business that I'm looking for because I'm introverted, but I can deliver on a call because I have the expertise to do this. I just prefer not to. I still get that kind of shyness or kind of like, I don't kind of sometimes almost anxiety, but that's okay. It happens. If you're growing out of your comfort zone. You're out of your comfort zone, getting into uncomfort. And if you are in an uncomfort zone, but you're not growing as a person, and it's not aligning with you and your tactics and strategies and who you are as a person, that I could be seeing something different at that point. But here, you're going to sign up for free, and you can share this with other people that you bring in. So there's a compensation plan that you're going to learn more about. It's somewhat here. I don't want to confuse you. It can look confusing. At times, it's still even confusing to me. But just know that there's an override percentage and an amount if you were to recruit. So if you were to recruit your own agents, like I'm not saying they're going to be the brokers or the experts at the top in what I'm doing. They can if they want to. That's fine. Anybody can move up with enough dedication. And what happens is when you bring people in and they get a funding, you get an override on that, depending on the bonus override. So I won't go through it all, but you see here at the bottom, DAC1, DAC2, all the way down to where it says 18, senior VP, regional VP, gold, excuse me. And then there's a little bit more. And so you'll see that, and then the leadership override match on the entire open line team's personal bonuses. So for a total past personal bonus volume of 1,000, you're on DAC1. And if it's 2,000 for clients funded, then you get onto DAC2. So for each amount of clients that you get funded, there is an override for it. And so the compensation plan will break it up and explain it even deeper. So you know, like after between your first 90 days, how you're eligible and how you're not eligible, perhaps. And so after that, you'll learn more. And so the cool thing is why this comes into play is you could also share this with others. And I'll be sharing with you the insight in a second on how all this looks. But step two, you start your ClickFunnels free trial so you can one-click copy my funnel. This is a software where it has a lot of sales pages. Think about when somebody purchases a product. Now there's a one-time offer, another one-time offer, then a downsell. It could be a one-click button to order bump on the first sales page. And then it's also for like lead generating, meaning that you can have people land on these pages and then have them input their name and email or just email and then follow up with them via email marketing. And I'm going to get into that in a second. And you send them to a thank you page after they enter their email. And then on the thank you page, I'll have everything already set up for you for the funding. And if it's not through DAC because of a specific service or they wanted something else that they may qualify for, I'll share with you a little bit about how to do that. Maybe I'll get to it at the end, but I'll try to leave more information down below. And so here it says, create your ClickFunnels free account for a free 14-day trial, at least to start off with. And then it's above 97. Perhaps the plan changes by the time you're watching this. But regardless of what it is, at different levels of the 2.0 or the classic, at the amount of the basic, it's very helpful because you'll have this whole system already engineered for you. And it's great because it'll communicate the presentation that I already have. If I show you, let me go into the account over here. That's right here. So I'm going to go ahead and scroll down here and I'm going to find the page that somebody would come across after they were to opt in. So here would it be, and I'm going to give you the opt-in page for the person to land on so they can give you their email address. And then it could come to this page right here. They can learn more about this. And then there's a video that's already done for you. So you don't have to create your own. If you do, it's better because of personal brand, but don't worry about it. You don't have to. You can always just say, hey, I got an expert. His name is Michael. He's been in this industry for a while. Not only here, but knows all different types of products. And I work with a lot of direct lenders and do a lot of that. And this is great as a starting entry point and to stay with them. So here, start now, when the client would click that. For anyone who wants to get up to 2 million incredibly fast funding but doesn't know where to begin, there's a video of me and a presentation of me going through things. There might be additional documentation they can read and open up while they're listening and then viewing. And things may change over time, but this is great because it says click the button below to start your free up to 2 million application. And they can click here and it'll go to your dedicated web link and they can go in here to get started. It'll be attached to you. There's individual links you can send them to the instant microfunding, the business funding, the line of credit, payment processing, and more. And so it's pretty cool stuff. Let me move this. I have my little square where I can see myself on camera. But they also have the healthcare division. Streamline your healthcare decisions with our comprehensive benefits platform is what they're saying. Expert guidance to tailor the perfect health insurance, health sharing, or government exchange plan for you and your loved ones. So it's pretty cool stuff. You see there the flat fee RX, employer plans, individual plans. It's pretty cool. So you see up here, you can choose by each, or you already have it here in the navigation, flat fee RX. Welcome to the nation's first flat fee pharmacy program where most all prescriptions are free. So this is great. And this is why at this time I wanted to make this because new services have been coming up as I'm making this video. This was recently out and it's great. So you can combine different services, payment processing, a lot of the times with monthly reoccurring, health share, and all of these different components, and then the funding to add on top of that. And I work a lot on my own personal clients. So as many people that I brought into this have used and not used and using it to the best advantage, I get a lot of clients who come to me because I've become an authority. I don't cold call. I don't do all, built a lot of stuff digitally. I've gone on foot, had relationships with banking managers to make sure that I can have that and then access to more if they have files, accountants, CPAs in that, real estate investors, other businesses who refer people to me. I have a lot of that. So it can just spiral down quickly like a big boulder in a mountain full of snow and just going down the mountain quickly. Uh, but here, or get 2 months free and live video support when you purchase an annual plan by clicking here. Includes free 14-day trial. Now that might change. Things might change by the time you see if pricing changes, but it's best to get in as soon as you can. And you can replicate this and share this with your own people who want to join underneath you. It doesn't have to be friends and family like the traditional thing with network marketing or you hear about or you don't hear too many strategies about everything else. I'm going to give you ways of how to promote it. And I'm going to share with you a few of them now, whether you want to do it organically or paid, and it works exceptionally well. And step 3, while logged into ClickFunnels, click this button to import your funnel. Import your copy of the high ticket or just the funnel. I might change words. Import your copy of this quiz funnel. So I have a quiz too. I got to update a few things though. And because requirements change and things like that. But in case your client did not understand the requirements or just forgot about it after the video, you might be able to insert the quiz so that they know, like, hey, I want to make sure you watch this. Please select again if you did. If you didn't, it won't work. Or here's another option. And then step 4, access your bridge page script. I'm not going to start clicking through all of them, but this is a word per word if you don't want to use video, but it is there. So actually, I'll do that right now. So you can use the bridge page script, but the video is better as the video converts usually the highest amount. Hire a video creator from Fiverr if you need to. It's an optional step. Rates may vary. So if you want to have somebody create something visually for you, I use Fiverr for a lot of things. I haven't been using it as much frequently, and recently, but that's one you can take a look at. Step 5, connect the autoresponder and access your follow-up email. So I use Aweber. I've been using Aweber for a long time. And this is just an email automation, email marketing tool that you can use to input a lot of different messages in a sequence and then set it and forget it. So you set it where you go, every 2 days, I want this to send every other day, every 4 hours, every 6 hours, 24 hours, wait 1 hour and then send this. Like you can do those things. And I'm going to send you the email templates that you can use, which are right underneath here. Copy and paste these email sequences. And you can use your own over time, and then you're going to want to customize these. But you see here, we can scroll down a huge amount, and this could get updated too. And I'm going to also share with you how to send this to people you want to recruit. So there's the how do I get clients part, how do I keep reminding them to go to this funnel and view the content, because I'll be breaking down everything. So you'll get those videos and the emails in here, excuse me. I was thinking of something while I was scrolling up. Let me introduce myself, Pix Inside. So I'll share with you links like link back to this page. Here's the red spot. Make sure you add a quick story. That would be helpful. Like I'm going to have the links that you can use to plug in. And then at the bottom here, and maybe the layout changes if you wanted to recruit anybody and share the funnels with for promoting to future agents, brokers, see the emails here. And so click here, you open up a new document, and that will have all the templates for that. So it's very helpful to put that into Aweber. You can use things like Gmail, Gmass is as helpful, but a lot of the times you want to set it and forget it, and that would be a great way to go. And then down here, this is the great part. Step 6, optional, get your My Lead Gen Secret account. That's what it's abbreviated for, MLGS is. And this is a great system. I think I might have it opened on my screen right now. Let me see. I gotta remove the navigation things in my way. Let me see if I have it opened. Okay, here it is. So I have my lead gen secret here. This is great in an opportunity for you to put a home-based business and one of these in front of people. I've used this so many times. I have many accounts. You can create many accounts, but budget wisely. Don't overspend. Don't add too many expenses if you can't. But it gives you 100 leads every day, unless you had a bonus of referring somebody else in, usually, like you get $5 from that. Maybe it changes in time as you're watching this, after you're watching it. And then an extra 100 bonus leads. So 200, think about that. But in general, let's say you're getting 100 leads per day, just one account. That adds up really quickly over 2,500 in a month. It adds on fast. And so that's kind of what I wanted to mention here. And you have a mailing system. And in the mailing system, session expired, but I can go into my mailing system and put together an email for all of these leads. In this one account, I have others, but this is 2,900. And I can go ahead and put a subject line. And in here, they give you the body to put all the email. That's going to get sent out to 2,900 people or however many you have at that time. And that grows a lot. And this can be put in front of a lot of people who would want to come back. You can send them to this page, or you can send them to a few other pages that I have already created for you. So let me come back here and have that as different pages. But you can go over here. But let me show you first like what your client would then see. So once they got off the presentation page, then a day later or so, maybe they're given the rates page or a couple of days later. So this would be it if you're getting your clients funded. Like with this specific service, there isn't technically an interest rate, it's a factor rate. But I explained everything, like the underwriting, the rates, excuse me. And it's a very well in-depth video. And again, look, you can click here to start their application. Maybe I have one where you have it where, hey, I'm going to go watch the other video. What's the other sequence? Just so I know. And then the other part of this, sorry, keep getting the toolbar from Zoom. Give me 1 second. There it is again. No need for that. You might not be able to see it. I think you should see it on your side. And now it won't go away. So when it doesn't go away, it does that from time to time, hide floating meeting controls. And here, look, they go from that page now. And then when they get sent this one, it'll be on terms and rates included. So I could probably just condense it into one, but a lot of the times you got to understand the psychology of somebody getting funding is their question is always at top of mind. What is the rates? And the rate video could cover the terms more or less, but then this goes over everything, the terms and the rates all in one. So in case they forgot, you can remind them again and come watch this video. And to see the documentation, they might be able to pick one up and get started. This is very cool stuff. They click that, they go to the page, they need to go submit the application. There's a review page as well. And there's other stuff, other material that you can send them to. And here, let me come back to this part and show you the opt-in pages. So another variation of where you can send people from like My Lead Gen Secret, or if you're doing it for free, I'd combine the two because if you use paid traffic, that can accelerate growth faster. And with My Lead Gen Secrets, it's a 60-day, $60 activation fee, but then it's $30 every single month. So just budget for that smartly. And all of this together, I'll give you an amount of what I would have like budgeted wise per month. But here, let me scroll up to find the clone. No. Okay, so this is the one for clients that I'll send you. No, it's not that one. Sorry. That was for the, let me show you the clients. That was for agents and future brokers. But here, let me show you. That's the clone instruction. So when you go on that one, so I'll just show you how this one looks. Clone my business right here, and it's going to give you more details. Maybe I changed the layout and a few things, but you go ahead and enter your details. and it'll take you to that clone page. It'll take you to this one. And then I have another one that you can send other people to. This is the alternative. There it is. Excuse me. And then live the laptop lifestyle. Ever wanted to have a super profitable online business? Da 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 da. You can input, customize it there where the name is, and start now. So if I enter the details here, I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then it'll bring them to this done for you page. And then once they go through all of this detail or all the details, they can click there to get started, as you see on your screen, and it'll bring them to that page that you get credit for. You use your link for them, and more. So that's one part. Now let me bring up the other parts to this right here. So you could send them to, if you're getting your own clients, like give them something for free of high value, send them to something like this would be helpful. They can download a guide. That's one thing, and they'll go to the next page. Or you can also do it this way. Live the true business lifestyle. I'm not going to read through it all, but you see it on your screen here. It's very well done and put together. I may give you a free 20 plus grant documentation list as an extra incentive for them to give you your email. You don't always have to have that, depending on the traffic, on the warm, cold, and hot type of traffic, or who it is you're bringing in, the temperature of the person. And then you'd want to go ahead and insert your details there. What's inside the exact funding framework that's allowed millions of businesses to push forward faster and easier. And this is for them to watch a free presentation. So when they click here, they'll go ahead and do that. Now you're going to have your Aweber tool already associated and connected to it. So they'll go through this, boom, boom, boom. They'll get started, and they'll go start now. And it's not going to automatically take them to the application page, because we want to get them to understand this program even more and how all of this works. See the latest qualifications as we saw, and then we can send them some of the other content. Now, if it isn't with that program, we can send them to a more general funnel. So I have funnels within funnels, and down here is where you would go. You have these three, and the funding presentation page is the same thing. So right here, and I might change things for this, but it's right there. And down here, we won't show them necessarily the rates and the terms, because we know they want a different type of funding. So I might have you insert your own Google form, have them fill out a form on your site so you can connect with them. You can have them use my form if I give you that. You can have them do that. It's well optimized. And what I do is I put together a very highly personalized and customized PDF on their best funding option and options. I've broken this down to a science. So when I send it to them, or you, or however, whatever ways, and however we follow up with them on this, they'll have it in their email inbox. I tell them, hey, page 3 is where to start. Page 18 is the application link. Boom. Or here, this is how I would expect the documentation to be given to me or whoever. And this is how we're going to look about it. There's different ways to do this. So I don't want to go on too much about it. There's more to cover, but hopefully you got an understanding. Look, you can use My Lead Gen Secrets optional to drive traffic to the pages for people trying to start a business, not necessarily to buy leads who want business funding, because don't be buying leads. That's just syndication in this and just regurgitated traffic. You got to be careful about doing that. And if you find a good way to do it. But it's hard. And when a lot of people are getting contacted in ways they don't want to be contacted, and it's too much, somebody providing them the same service. Step 7, optional. And it tells you right here, like where you could drive the traffic to. And you'll see these variations right here on the side panel here. So you'll see that I put, move down here. So in certain ones, you'll see it where it says where to look on those pages, like clone opt-in alternative variation. So you may see that you see here, you want to match that up, and there's another one. And then step 7, optional, and I use it very, very well, relatively new, not new, but just had that there. I've got to remove some things, or just gonna have it on there, but had that also as a way for you to understand that you can add another service to this. But using like Traffic Authority is another great resource to use. And this is what I use. You can just add a link to it, which is pretty cool. And it could be the link to the opportunity page, and you don't have to go and write emails for it. You just set it there, pretty much set and forget. You can come in here and readjust the link, add a new one if you needed to. But it sends traffic, and there's different traffic packages. So having an opportunity where you can do that using things like Leads Leap and other opportunities are helpful. New pages updates, watch the video below. Part 2 new videos, please click the updated video below, and here's more details on what you should do. So make sure you go through it all. But that's what I wanted to conclude with. This is a great opportunity to get involved with. The other one could be like Live Good, and it's not like you need to have an auto ship or you need to focus on business volume of purchases. It's not like that, which is great. And you can do other methods and other means of building a team and the matrix and them bringing in more people and a lot of other stuff that helps grow fast and even faster if you're doing it right and promoting it correctly. But it's not one that I focus too much of my energy and time on. It's one that is there on the back end, but you can build a team, yeah, referrals, leaderboard, you get your own websites, Live Good site, as you see here, and with the highest quality products like superfoods, multivitamins, and it'll show you the power line landing page. This site is where you send people who you are telling about the power line and business opportunity. From here, they can see the 5-minute video presentation and fill in the information to become a pre-enrollee in our system. I might have more information for this down below in the description, but this is another opportunity. Another one you have is like with Amazon, the influencer program. I do that. I have a multitude, but you want to focus on one at a time. I'd recommend, unless you can outsource or do a couple at a time and you have that leisure to do. But here's one. I recommend this one immensely. And I did it because I know clients that can't get funded. Like it's not, I'm going to say it's not easy, it's simple, but this is another stream where let's say you bring in clients who get declined, because a lot of the times you'll see clients get declined more than approved. A lot of businesses suffering with cash flow in this market. As the time that I'm releasing this video, I know a lot of them are suffering more with cash flow than anything. They're looking to supplement their cash flow. Not is it always going to be that, but it could also be for growth and expansion. If it's for expenses, like you got to be careful with the type of funding that they get. But even when you don't get a client and you depend on only clients getting funded, because think about it, you don't want to be left like a real estate agent or a realtor or anyone in this space too, where you're having to depend on a specific volume of clients. Or you're like, I'm just going after clients who are doing over 60, 70,000, over 50, 40,000 so I can get a higher split. Like I get that. You might only need 5 to 6, 5 to 7, 5 to 10 clients in a year funded, but what happens when those clients don't get funded? What happens when they get declined or they don't go through the process? They go through the process only to find out they got declined at the end. They backtrack. They sabotage themselves. They're very unpredictable. Are you going to depend on somebody else really to make you your income like that? Like at the end of the day, you can, but and a lot of the businesses you will, but would you rather also have in case you didn't get anything coming in, but you're on the plan correctly and everything's going, and you bring other people in who you know can do a higher volume, maybe more than you can or more or less, but now they're on your team, they get a client funded, you're eligible, you have that percentage from what they have, and now, excuse me, then you're able to then share this opportunity with others. You can then send this over to them, they can get signed up. You use your own link that's going to be attached to the share funnel. You're going to have your own free 14-day trial. You're going to have the scripts. You can use your own link from Fiverr, your own Aweber account for free, 500 subscribers for free, or at least maybe it changes over time. Copy and paste email sequence that they'll be able to import. They can use your link from My Lead Gen Secrets and Traffic Authority and potentially more to put those eyeballs in front of people who want to start a business. So that is everything from me. I hope you got value out of this video. Please look down below in the description for more details on this to get started. And this is a great mix, subconsciously and consciously feeling good about doing it this way, as opposed to other copycats, or there really aren't many, or I would say none, doing it the way that this is being done, that I've created it like this. And I've seen a huge need in this market for it because of the time it takes. There's reoccurring products, and these are reoccurring too. So if you bring people in, reoccurring month to month, as long as they stay on, not a huge churn rate, or sometimes people churn and they go, you bring in somebody else. That's going to be very, very extremely helpful. Predictability every single month. And then if you add on merchant processing, credit card processing, you add the health share, the RX plan, all this other stuff, even if it's a one-time like funding, but you know you have a good enough amount of people you're going to bring in, there's micro funding with lower revenue. If you need startup funding, I'm going to show you where, or if somebody else needs startup funding, I'm going to share with you how to do that and how to go about it, and even more. And then I'm going to leave more information down below for other opportunities as well. But this is a great one to get started with, and one that's really revolutionizing, has been revolutionizing the industry and been creating a lot of noise in a good way. And I just wanted to create an extension of it where you're not just going from the clients that you bring in, get funded, let's say, but now you also have the system with DAC where other brokers who get funded, you get a percentage of them. And then the other part of it is this. So you kind of have multi-channels on this depending on the waves of what happens throughout the year. If it's all consistent, great. If it's one or the other, it's two out of the three. There's all of that. So there's that to start with. Go ahead and get started down below with your free accounts to get started and take a chance, try it out. Doesn't hurt. And in the terms of how much you should budget for this, I would say without this or with this included, I would say at least $275 to $300 a month. Like if you're gonna budget less than that, that's fine. You might not need to use it, and we can do things and partner up in a different way. If you wanted to be an agent and you have clients and you want me to understand what they're trying to do, I can help you with that. But this is great because if you don't know how to communicate the terms and rates and all this other stuff, or don't do it correctly, or you do it yourself, but you want them to see it in a different way from an expert, I'm going to do all that for them. And it's well done and well prepared, well created. It's the fluidity, it's all there. And yeah, I can help you in many ways. It can be less than that if you don't have ClickFunnels and the traffic authority, but I recommend having them. And even if you're just spending $100 to $200 plus, there's nothing wrong with that. Budget wisely, understand how much you can and can't take on, but this can like clone itself and run very, very well over time. Even without you being there in the mornings, something came in, something you sign up, they passed the 14-day trial. Oh, they signed up for this. Yes, they have clients. Yes, they got funded. Yes, now I'm part of this, so I get a percentage of that. Boom, 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 boom. With an income disclaimer again, not saying you will earn $1, not even saying you will earn 3, 6 figures, 7 figures. But if you show up every day, if you show up and you're consistent enough, at least, and you do this routinely, then the possibilities again are maximized. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with others who you feel will find value from it. It can be a complete stranger, a friend, or a family member. And if you have not subscribed, I would greatly appreciate you doing so. And again, all information will be down below in the description to get started. That's it for now. Take care.